What's up, everyone? Chance here with Missouri Outdoors. It's November 13th, opening day of Missouri's rifle season. And we're already in the stand this morning. We got our new camera set up. Got our 243 ready to rock and roll. I just saw a deer cross up here at the top of the power line. Not sure if it was a doe or not. I think it was. I was pulling my phone out to record my intro when I saw it. But we're sitting at the top of the property today. That's right over there in the middle of those trees is where we normally bow hunt from. So we can watch the power line this way, the woods in front of us, and the power line up there. If you go back and look at some of my rifle hunts from last year, this is where we ended up killing our big buck from. He was standing down there at the end of the power line under them trees when I shot him. But alright guys, I'm gonna go ahead and sit back, quiet down, and see what else comes by. I'll try to get as much footage as possible for you. Alright guys, we got a deer down here. I'm not sure if it's a small buck or a doe. Down there in the woods. It's a buck. It's a little buck. That's a small 8-pointer. He's not a bad buck, but he's nothing like what I want to shoot. Well, there he goes. Not long after the buck left, we had this doe show up. And little did I know she was gonna open the doe floodgate. Small doe. Now, if only they had a big buck behind them. I don't know what spooked them, but we just had like 3 or 4 does come running down through here. Alright guys, well, my dad just shot. You probably can't tell, but just on the other side of them trees, about 110 yards or so, there's the big metal ground blind I set in a lot last rifle season. He just shot, so I don't know if he got it or not. He don't have a cell phone, so I can't text him and find out, but he definitely fired a shot, so I guess I'll get down here later and find out if he got one or not, and if he did, I'll make sure to try to get some footage of it. But alright, I'm gonna get back to it. That's a big 7 or... I can't tell if he's a 7 or an 8-pointer. Nothing I'm interested in shooting, but not a bad looking buck. I don't know, that sun is so bad I can barely even see. Matter of fact, I think he already went in. Oh, no, he's standing right there at the edge. It's so difficult to see. I think he's a 6-pointer, maybe. Yeah. That's a big 6-pointer. I mean, he's not the biggest I've seen, but that is a big 6-pointer. Up there at about 100 yards. Be a chip shot if he wasn't standing in tall grass. Yeah, that's pretty cool. He might walk right down here to us. Or he might just walk right back into the woods. There he goes. That's so cool. Look who snuck right back out by the power line. Looks like a doe. First deer we've seen in a while. And come here. Luckily for me, these would be the last does we would end up seeing for quite a while. We did have one more time one came out, but other than that, it was going to be bucks for the rest of the day. If you listen closely, you can kind of hear something that almost sounds like something in my equipment squeaking, or maybe a deer grunting. Well, there's a dead tree stuck in the fork of another tree across the power line from me, and it makes that noise all day. I call it the grunting tree. Actually, I think it's grunted in a few bucks for me. Big 4-pointer following those does. Pretty good sign. They're starting to get up on their feet and move again. It's about 3:24 right now. Good sign. Maybe a bigger buck will come following out. And he did, about 15 minutes later. Now this is probably one of the toughest opening day decisions I've ever had to make. I had to look this buck over really well to figure out which one he actually was. I've had numerous trail cam photos of him. He's a 8-pointer that only has about an inch brow tines on both sides. I don't think he broke them off. I think they just grew that small. which doesn't really surprise me. Our place in Douglas County has always been that way. Even my big 150-inch buck that has like 12-inch G2s has 2.5-inch brow tines. That's just the way bucks are down here. We can't seem to get that tall brow tine genetic. But after I looked at his ears and looked at his rack more carefully, I figured out that he's definitely the smaller 8-pointer I have. And it didn't take me very long after realizing that I was going to go ahead and pass on him. He's definitely a dandy of a buck, but he's not exactly what I wanted to put my tag on opening day. However, he does stick around for quite a while and give us plenty of good shot opportunities. If only I could get like a 180-inch buck to come do this, it would just make my day. But it was still enjoyable to sit there and watch him eat and come down the power line and try to win does and then eventually walk out of my life. Alright guys, that's a wrap on day one. We seen quite a few deer. It was honestly a pretty good morning and pretty good evening. Midday wasn't that bad. We didn't see very many midday, but we did see enough to kind of keep us interested. But alright, I'm going to go ahead and get packed up and get out of here, and I will catch you guys back here in the next video. I'll more than likely be sitting in the same tree stand tomorrow morning, so with any luck we'll have another fantastic morning and maybe get a shot at the Big Ten or a different bigger buck that happens to come through. But alright guys, thanks for watching. If you haven't yet, make sure to leave me a like and hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. But alright guys, have a good one.